very sincere
All right.
students.
Uh,
So the
yeah,
idea was not to just stick to just one thing, but it could be any kind of space.
okay. Anyone else has any feedback?
One last feedback I had was that I'm not sure whether this is like a turnkey solution or is it just like, giving me the designs and then,
It is turnkey. That's where the therefore is. Wherein when we do our execution, we involve a lot of tech from the design and the execution also. Like we use so many softwares, all our machines, like hardware and software, right? Our machines are all imported. We don't do any manual carpentry. Absolutely. We try to avoid as much as we can. We make everything in the factory. So for operating those machines, we have very skilled operators, and we have softwares which get plugged into that machine. So we have engineers who are constantly working on the software. This is to also minimalize waste, scrap. Like I exactly know how much plywood I would need, how much laminate I would, everything. Like the quantities are all software generated now.
Right.
Nothing that I have to wait for my carpenter to tell me or guesswork. Ki, हाँ 50 ply ला दो type. So that way everything is tech enabled in our space, but
Got it. But yeah, but I
but we
mean,
want to make it not boxy and just how these offices are just straight. It's not. We want to make it also designer. That's the thing.
understood. Are you ready for what I've written?
Yes.
So this is what I wrote. I am would be done. I believe that homes, you can also say office spaces, right? Or you can say living spaces, right?
Okay.
Right? A home should be as original as the people inside them.
Wow. Okay.
Therefore, we make accessible because accessible came from the fact that you are affordable. I saw it on your Instagram that we bet
Yeah.
your Instagram says we bet no one is as what it said something on the lines of we bet no one is as affordable
No
and
one beats us in quality and costing or something. Yeah.
costing. No one beats us. So I like that. I like that bold claim. So therefore I say like we make accessible modular furniture that's custom made to fit your life. Right?
Yeah.
And so
Right.
tech enabled, design first, personalized, customized, all of those things become your reason to believe. Those are your RTBs, which can go in the how statement.
Okay.
Got
Got
it?
it.
This is the purpose statement. So this is like what as a brand, what is your larger belief? And I feel
Right.
like this belief resonates with me because my house, the way I do it, it's really important when I have my friends over, my family over.
Right.
There is a brand that I'm creating, right? When I welcome them to my space. So this is my aesthetic. This is my personal space. Same thing
Right.
goes with hotels, hospitals, restaurants, or working spaces. Like every brand has a story to tell, even if it's a B2B. So this is what I thought. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Make sense? Trina seems to be very happy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next one, Trina, I think your fitness thing is pretty bang on. I'll be very honest. The only thing I would add to this would be like while you say that fitness should be sustainable and fun for everyone, like I don't know, like I still feel this is a little bit of a generic statement. Maybe you can make it a little bit more your perspective of fitness. Therefore I coach to make small and big changes in your lifestyle to help you yeah. So overall I didn't think it was off. Overall I thought like I resonate, and I love the fact that it should be fun, but you need to tangibilize what is fun in
Okay.
your therefore.
Okay.
Right? Like when you say fun, then are you going to make me play things? Are you going to make me play and not just work out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
what do you mean by fun? Therefore, what do you do?
Okay.
I like the fun angle. Fitness should be fun. I quite agree. Like, I feel like for me, because I am into fitness largely, I get really bored when I do the same like leg day, upper body, then, core
Correct.
and You know, it's like that monotony really hits. Um, so if you're saying fun, then what does that really mean? And then you need to incorporate that in your experience as well. It cannot just be on a purpose statement, if that is what it is.
Yeah, so when we make the programs, it is always there, but maybe in the small and big changes ka part, I can tweak a few words and, you know.
Yeah, absolutely right. Because like that's what needs to come out. Because when you put it in black and white, will it show in your content? Will
Right.
it be in your program as well? Maybe sometimes these purpose statements help you craft products.
Yeah.
Sometimes they truly pave the way for the experience as well. And guys, like, purpose statement are not just restricted to marketing. It's truly supposed to be inward, outward, everywhere. It should impact your product. It should impact the experience, customer service. Even the smallest WhatsApp you send should have this larger belief. Okay. Next one is that how I pronounce it? And back?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes. That's what we call our brand. And back. Yes.
So what is that? What does that mean? Like, is there some meaning behind it?
Okay. Oh, now that's a funny story. So we were working on this project of coming up with, something to do with home furnishing. That was the idea, and we were contemplating this during COVID. Okay, so the all the noise was around antimicrobial and blah blah blah. So when we are going in for a home furnishing brand, we thought that would be a USP, like antimicrobial, and it's all safe to use because post COVID people will be very cautious. There was all the sanitizers doing the rounds, etc., etc. So that's how back. It just we were like antibacterial. So we just brought those words together, and we said, okay, fine. And in our journey, while we were traveling that path, it so happened that we also thought about activewear and athleisure, and we sounded this name to a couple of our couple of our friends in the circle, like, hey, how do you find it? Does it ring a bell, or does it excite you? Does it sound different? And the feedback mostly was yes, it sounds a little quirky, and of course, so we said
Got
fine,
it.
we'll retain the name. And the product,
Got it.
however, we went ahead was activewear and athleisure.
Understood. Okay,
At the
great.
moment, we're working on our activewear range. Yeah.
I couldn't look. You're not live, right? Like, you're not live right now. I couldn't find you.
So we have our store put up in our hometown. That's Pollachi in Tamil Nadu. That's where we have opened our retail store, and we'll be going live very soon. So all our work, all the base is getting ready for going live with e-commerce.
Got it. Got it. Okay, great. Guys, react.
I think again the purpose statement can include the idea of commitment a little more. I think like it's about committing to oneself. So that's a very nice message to get across. If
Hmm.
that's reflected a little more in the therefore,
Hmm.
therefore, what do we like how Nike does it to commit to something?
Hmm.
So that commitment angle can be brought in a bit.
Sure.
Okay. Anyone else has any views? Okay. So what I've written is I am and back. I believe that fitness is not just about losing weight or achieving six-pack abs, but rather a long-term commitment to prioritize your own well-being. Therefore, we offer high-performance active wear supported by an accountability partner to guide you at every step of the way. I don't know what is this accountability buddy, but I just try to
Yes.
sharpen.
So
I just try to sharpen your articulation. That's all I did.
yes, yes. Sure, sure, sure. So we are planning to sort of support the customers, the and customers with tips and tricks of well-being, which will cover a variety of topics. So support them right from mental well-being to it would be how do you stay active through the day and things like that.
Nice. So are you doing that through an
So
AI?
that's what we mean by the fitness buddy. Sorry?
So like, is this like an AI or like when you say
Uh,
buddy, because it's buddy makes it tangible. If you're just doing
that's
it
right.
content, then it's generic, right? Like,
We are, yeah, so we are, I won't say, actually, we are looking at a creation of an app. So
oh
that would
wow.
be your travel partner. So,
Okay,
we want to look at how can we add value. It shouldn't just be, you buy from us and that's it. We really intend to go with you through the journey.
that's amazing.
And everyone's fitness journey starts with सबसे पहले क्या लेना है पहले जाके shorts and t-shirt खरीदे yoga pants ले then we get into the exercise part of it so
Right.
that's how we thought we'll tie this together that you're buying an apparel
Nice.
that's good but here we are where we
Got
are
it.
ready to support you and take it further.
Got it. Guys, react. Do y'all think this is do y'all think this is, or can it be better? It's not like whatever I write is the ultimate thing, huh? Please, like this is a
I
co-creation
know, yes, please. It will help us build better.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the commitment that you give to yourself in the belief statement, because that really hooks something that in you that you see. We all know that we want to get better, and we all know we have our own fault at times.
Yes.
So it kind of touches that a little. So maybe that is one thing I
Yeah.
will add.
And so, guys, like all of these purpose statements are a very, very serious ways for you to have a point of view with content. So I can imagine Anbak
Mhm.
going out there and very openly saying, let's get real. All
Hmm.
the cliches of like doing the right things, all the cliches of like making the right choices, all the cliches are real. So let's not get into this, let's not get into this short term thinking. Let's have a long term commitment. And I am with you. I have an accountability buddy, whatever form, shape it is in. Let's do it together. That's how I see this brand going out and like go to market campaign, going out and saying hello to the audience. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah, like let's cut the bullshit and do the right thing.
Yeah.
uh, let's commit. And so therefore, would be
That's
really
right.
nice, would be really nice to like sort of have these commitment statements and then be a part of their journey, lots of collective challenges, collective
That's
workouts,
right.
things
Yes.
like that,
Yes.
right? So again, so then it's
Yes.
such a original narrative. I've not seen any other athleisure brand do it. Got it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Next one is Crimson Rise. Whose is this?
Yeah, it's me,
Who dat?
Sandra.
Hey, Sandra. So
Yeah.
Sandra says, I am Crimson Rice. I believe all children should have unique talent. No, all children have unique talent waiting to be discovered. Therefore, we provide an enriching environment where they can explore their interests, develop strengths, and find their purpose and passion. So, can you tell us quickly what is Crimson Rice?
Yeah, so Crimson Rise, one thing that I believe is missing, it's catering towards middle schoolers, like 11 to 14 years old specifically. So that's the big differentiator. There's no such program which provides that kind of um, a program for like middle schoolers to help them find like different what they're interested. So what Rise does is we have like a bunch of strategists who are academic experts. Like they all are graduated from your elite schools and Ivy Leagues and all of that, right? So there's a brand that I work for, which is why I've taken. So we have those strategists. They also come with a lot of experience as educators and so forth. Uh, so these one-on-one sessions happen with the child. They go in deep to analyze their strengths, what kind of personality, what kind of learning style they have. And based on that, they sort of chart a curriculum for next. So the course lasts up to 1 year, 2, 3 years, 1 to 2, 3 years. So
Wow.
choose like what kind of framework which you be like really want to.
Amazing, man.
Yeah. So it's sort of like preparing them for like generally it's not just academics but also softer skills. So it's like a holistic, you could say. So
Nice.
yeah.
I wish we had access to such
Yeah.
programs and schools, yeah. Like
Yes.
I hated my school. I just thought it was, and I was the worst student, and I always got like I just about passed.
This is super cool. Like
I was
yeah.
I was like my PT teacher's favorite and my academic teacher's like least favorite. So here's what I've written because ये तो मेरे दिल से आया. I wrote, I'm Crimson Rice. I believe today's education system does not prepare our children to face the real world.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing your target audience is parents
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a community. So I believe parents are really anxious because they know this, that today's schools are not well equipped. So I thought keeping them as a target audience in mind. Therefore, we provide modern educational solutions that are practical and create an environment to explore their interests and develop purpose so that they can thrive in the real world.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, you can eliminate some extra words or whatever because I don't have full context about your brand. So, but you
This
see
is
her
something,
purpose.
yeah,
Yes,
this is something we have used, thrive in the real world is something that we really like use in our
really? Yeah.
communication. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, that's imagine if they taught us how to do taxes and they taught us like how to have negotiation skills and like how to have better public speaking skills. I feel like I could have been earning even like 5x of. I had to learn all of that, right? Like
Uh-huh.
वही तो सिखाना था स्कूल में मतलब ज्योमेट्री अलजेब्रा सिखा के क्या ही हुआ हमारी लाइफ में.
I know it's a very, very big gap. I also felt like
Huge
I
gap.
didn't have access to something like this.
Yeah, so yeah, I think maybe so you could position yourself as a modern days
Yeah.
educational solution, and that would be like parents would pay extra premium
Hmm.
to for this. Yes, Sanket.
Just a quick question, since these are middle schoolers, right? Like 11 to 14, if I'm not wrong, like you
Yeah, yeah.
mentioned. So like are they really like they're not stepping into the real world per se, right? Like so even taxes and like some of the other skills, like while they are extremely important, I don't know whether the target audience of like 11 to 14 children might want to look at it as a life skill that they would be needing in the real world. I agree with, you know, communication skills and, you know, like all the other things that are out there. But facing the real world just makes it like
Mhm.
it's doomsday. And if you don't learn, like you're probably, you know, you're you know, some threat is out there. It makes it feel like that. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be messaged as a very serious thing to consider, or is it supposed to be that, hey, you know what, we're just gonna help you, you know, just enjoy and learn along the way. Something that's not taught in the typical education curriculum.
It's like preparing them for it's mostly a early preparation sort of program. So that's why it kind of makes sense. Thriving in the sense is mostly around like preparing them is what. Um, so that does not that includes all of these leadership, communication, how to speak to uh, I mean, how do you speak to adults? Like, how do you present yourself? All of that comes under when you talk about like fundamental skills.
It's like Sanket, you know, like when we passed out of college and we faced our first interviews, they didn't teach that in college. You know what I
Right.
mean? How to sell yourself. Like that is such a big life skill,
Right. But
right?
we were
Like
very old,
selling,
right?
huh?
But like we like our first interview happened when we were like say 20, 21 maybe.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that I wish that was like today, the actual life skills that we use in our daily lives are is not something that we were taught. And if we were taught that, because see, one thing is from a general knowledge perspective, there's history and algebra and all of those things could have been co-curricular, is what I feel.
Right.
And the
Right.
actual main thing should have been all of the core skills that today we use, right, from negotiation to selling yourself to packaging yourself, things like that.
Yeah, no, so I fully agree with the lack of those skills in the existing system, and definitely it needs to be, sort of up there. Whether it should be there for 11 to 14 versus 14 to 18 is where I have, like a question. And that's where, like, when I look at this, it makes me feel like, it's super
Mhm.
serious for like 11 to 14-year-old, but that's just my
Okay.
perspective.
Okay. My perspective when I heard about this, I thought like this is bang on because by the time, school is like our formative years, I feel like that's where the foundation, the conditioning, all of that happens.
Right, yeah.
Colleges, we are just chilling. We are not like taking life seriously. So to me, it felt like it was bang on.
Correct, correct. I agree.
Actually, I think there's two school of thoughts when it comes to parents that I mostly notice. One set of parents, like the Asian, we talk a lot of Asian and Asian American parents, where they're like, they want their children to be like super prepared for life, like they want everything there. Like then there's other set of parents, like modern new age parents. They are talking about slow living. They are homeschoolers. They have a different set of like idea about how to raise the child. So it kind of gets to like our program, we can pitch it to homeschoolers, but at times the struggle is how do we exactly pitch to them because it seems like very intense. Like there are a lot of things going on. We focus on academics, we focus on capstone project. It's like a passion project they do. So sometimes, yeah, it does get tricky, like when you have to accommodate two set of target audience.
I feel the earlier the better. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tha do.
Yeah. Earlier the
In
better.
fact, sometimes, maybe the 11 to 14, like Arthi also mentioned, that's sort of the stage wherein it's kind of a building block, It may actually help the child to choose their course in the future. Do I really want to go science or what resonates with me? Identify that interest and then start pursuing your line of studies in that way. I feel eighth, somewhere 11 to 14, the 6 to 8 standard, that age group when you're teaching all this to the children, it may also help them because so many days we have felt, why do I have to learn? Algebra is a common enemy across.
Math, so like I
I know.
vengeance.
Yes. And
Yeah. All right, that's all I could honestly. I had enough time to work on. So if you guys can send me your homework like immediately, that will help so that I can write. But otherwise, I will finish the rest of them and I'll send you the final articulations. On that note, let's start today's session. Session 2 today is all about community. We have defined the brand. Now is the time for us to define our audience and what are their triggers. We will try to also answer what do we want them to do as a brand. So all of these facets again become communication points. Ultimately we will try to address today the what and the how and the why of the brand, whatever workshop we do today for whatever brand, and then that becomes your homework. On that note, let's start. This is where we started, the why, the how, and the what. I also want to spend a little bit time on the love mark. So this is what love marks structure is. So it is divided into love and respect axis. Okay. And love marks is actually a beautiful way you can, any brand you can take today and you can plug it based on where do you think the brand is today from a love and respect perspective. So at the start of the this thing are fads. Fads are basically brands that come and go. Okay, these fads show very high intensity love and low respect, and therefore they come and go out of fashion. So one example I can give you is Clubhouse. Do you all remember Clubhouse? Became such a big trend, and everyone, why? Because there was this whole invite only, so everyone wanted to be part of it, and then the product experience did not, they could not hold it, they could not consistently sustain the brand love. Low respect, therefore it was easy for people to forget. Okay, then there are products. Products are essentially commodities, what we discussed last time, like salt and oil, and you know that does something doesn't matter easily you can easily exchange them for any other brand that's available if you're not very particular about it. Low love, low respect. Then comes brands. Brands are basically who have low love but high respect. So somebody like any of these modern day D2C brands, right? For example, Boat is a brand, right? Or Whole Truth Foods is a brand, or Zomato, Swiggy are brands, right? Low love but high respect. We use them more often. They are part of our everyday lifestyle. And then there are love marks. Love marks, it takes time for you to be a love mark. It takes a decade or two, because you are building love and respect. It takes time for you to get there. So when a brand becomes love mark, what is the big filter is when even if the brand gets into a controversy, even if the brand kind of makes some mistake, people will forgive. There are some people who will back them because the love and the respect is so high. In from an India context, Maggie, right? It's an absolute love mark, because even with the MSG conversation, people were going and taking extra Maggie stock, right? So a lot of efforts across paid community, all of it takes for you to become the ultimate love mark. But that's it's called loyalty beyond reasoning. When your audience is loyal to you beyond, like, when people get Harley Davidson tattoos and whatnot, like, that is the fanatism you want. And as a brand, let me tell you all, what matters is the fans that you create, not the followers. Out of the followers, the fans that you've created is what matters. And therefore a lot of brands try to create offline touch points, NH7 weekender, Bacardi events, all of these offline community nurturing, all of it is what helps you to become the ultimate love mark over a period of time. It takes at least at a basic level 10 years for any brand to sort of. Therefore, Zomato today is on its way to becoming a love mark. You see the Zoma Land, all of those interventions that they do, right from the notification to every single touch point that they're creating, they're trying to become the ultimate love mark. Everyone's understood the love mark theory? This is just, it's nothing, honestly, it's not part of this thing, but it's really nice to know this concept, because I personally, you can plug and play any brand, you will know exactly where it stands in terms of the structure, love and respect. On that note, let's decode how communities are built. Okay, we will do a proper masterclass. I think it's the 4th session on how to build communities. But this session is more about how to articulate the triggers for your community, because while your purpose has been articulated, आपके audience को क्या चाहिए वो हम आज articulate करेंगे. Okay, so this is a difference, right? When you look at it, building a community is less about having a one-way conversation. That happens on front page Times of India. It happens on Facebook ads. It happens on YouTube skip ad. It's a one-way conversation. Community is about enabling conversation within our people. So if I've made a reel, like 3 days ago, I made a reel on Poonam Pandey and this Shabang thing, right? It went viral. What was interesting is that I got a bunch of trolls, and I had my followers who were fighting on my behalf with those trolls. So that's when I know that a powerful community is being built, because they are having conversations within each other. I don't even have to, right? And so when you are enabling, and that again, this kind of not loyalty, like this kind of backing sort of happens again when you give. A lot of brands, what they forget is on their community, they will say, buy me. They will put out a product post, and like all of those conversations, please have them on your website, or have them on your stories, or have them on paid advertising. Community building is 99%, 90% about audience, and you just have to give, you have to enable conversations, right? Why will somebody care and why will somebody share are two of the most important questions you need to ask yourself. And so this is where you enable a conversation that your audience cares about and cleverly insert a brand. This is where you directly, aggressively talk about your brand. You sell your product like unabashedly, right? And so therefore the most, everyone's understood what is the difference between like paid communication and, right, like brand driven
Yeah.
communication, community driven communication, right? So therefore the most important question to answer is, who is your TG? Trina, if I were to ask you a question, who is your target audience for Would Be Done, how would you answer it?
Um, right now, it is new home buyers, like whenever someone buys a home. And between the age group also, like we really like to work with the age group of about 30 to 40 in
Mm-hmm.
between, people who are just buying their first home, because their ideas are very like our design style matches with theirs, is what we feel.
Mm-hmm.
And target group is also yeah, more of working professionals who do not have the time to actually, spend so much time getting their house made, or getting their office, someone's starting their new restaurant or their office, so that kind who do not have the time is there to spend behind the carpenter or all that, like where they give the turnkey project to us. So
Got it. Got it. Awesome. I mean, that's an absolutely correct definition of a target audience, right? But for the sake of today's exercise and today's workshop, we are not going to look at our audience as target audience. We are going to look at our audience as a network. Okay. Who is your network? What do I mean by a network? Basically, not like one particular image that you have of your audience, but a collective, a group of people. Because ultimately, we are trying to build a community network. Again, the reason why I say this is because we are talking to real people. And like you said, the clients who are coming to you, they, I'm sure, like, can you tell me some of the initial aspirations, vulnerabilities, anxieties that your clients have?
uh, initial, yeah, they don't understand, they don't know if they because we don't start designing before we take a token, so they don't know if their ideas, our ideas will match, we'll be able to come out with that thing. Or there are a lot of other people who do cookie cutter stuff, like they will just pick from Pinterest and just make the home, so they like ये तो मैं भी कर सकती थी. So that initial thing is a very that roadblock. So
Exactly. And so this you will never be able to capture if you define them as target audience,
mm,
because their anxieties, their vulnerabilities, their ambition, their aspiration, their vision, all of these are amazing hidden gems for content.
mm, yeah,
Because ultimately that's what they care, right? और
right,
अगर आपने would be done के लिए content ऐसे बनाया that hits the nerve, they are going to the guy is going to share it with his wife and he's going to say we got to check them out.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we don't look at in this exercise. So this exercise of looking at your target audience as demographics, age, race, sex, income, geography, ये सब हम करेंगे पर when we do our media planning on Meta and Google. But when you're crafting your communication, you look at them as real people, because information doesn't mean intimacy. And you want to get intimate with your community. If you want to get intimate with your community, you want to look at emotional triggers as a collective, as a group of people. Okay. Now, somebody clever will then stand up and say, but Arti is exactly why we have psychographics, right? There is demographics and then there is psychographics. Psychographics are basically softer aspects of your target audience. But then, sorry, this slide is like, it's not very clear. But psychographics largely gets attested to the interests and likes. What kind of books, what kind of music, what kind of TV shows, do they like? And then demographics about age, sex, location, right? And so therefore, network-driven communication is on top of psychographics. All right? Basically, a definition of a network is when a group of people come together for one central shared belief, or there is a shared agenda. Okay? And when that shared agenda marries your brand's agenda, फिर तो मतलब निकल पड़ी. Right? So think about any community today. Guys, any of you, any community you are really proud of a brand, any brand that has built a solid community. Let's discuss. Let's discuss what network they've created.
I think a lot of
Any brand who's built a solid community.
Adidas, if they run a community, they also have an app with which they you can participate, and there are the marathons and other things also that they do every Sunday, or I'm not sure. I mean, on what regular basis they do it.
I think,
Absolutely. Runner community is legit. Yes, Apurva.
yeah, I think a lot of musicians will have a, like Taylor Swift, say, can be counted under brand, but or BTS, their community is huge and it's something crazy.
Isn't it crazy? Like
Yeah,
Taylor Swift can, I feel like, sell anything in this world and she can bring the stock prices of
yeah,
any brand down, I feel like.
yeah.
With the and look at, see, that is loyalty beyond reasoning. That is like Swifties are like out there. If only Swifties could save the world, they would, It's insane. It's become a religion. Absolutely right, Apurva. Great point. Yeah, and so therefore, when, like, I don't know, are you a Swiftie, Apurva?
I am not, but my best friend is, and it's like
Okay, so
very-
what is it? What is it about Swifties? Like, what brings them together?
I have not understood. Like, I have known my best friend for 15 years. I don't know. This is one part of my life I don't know.
Okay, great. Maybe like today only I shot a reel for Bliss Club and for that marketing playbook series that I'm doing. And it's really interesting. The community that Bliss Club, it was started in 2020. We are sitting in 2023. That brand has just been built via community. Okay. When the story lies, tomorrow please like and share and comment also on my reel. Okay. So that, because I'm already telling you the script. But but basically the story is that before they launched in pandemic, they started a Instagram and a WhatsApp group they called it the Bliss Club. And the idea was that Adidas, Nike, all of these brand project such a well articulated image of a person who wears, right, like six-pack abs, super tone. For a real woman, it doesn't feel like that brand is for me. That's not, or it's a lot of pressure. So the problem that Bliss Club was solving is that what about real women who are pressed on time? For them, even basic movement, एक 15 minute का walk भी बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, right? It's like I've achieved something. So the brand came in and said, I am for this kind of a community, real modern woman who is pressed on time, and she comes in all sizes, and she comes in all age group, from a Gen Z to a 55, 60-year-old woman. And so that instantly differentiated the community of Bliss Club. Then they started this community without any agenda of selling their merchandise. They just started this community by telling women how they can just be active if they move every day. So their brand idea was keep moving. And then after 6 months, they launched the brand. By then, women were in love with the brand, because in those communities, they help them find out a closest trainer. They help them get accountability partners. They help them with quick and easy content in terms of what they can do 15-20 minutes, right? And so this brand today is sitting on 100 crores of revenue, where their maximum number of contribution is coming from organic and marketplaces. And another interesting thing they did was they went completely influencer first, heavy on influencer strategy. Another thing they did was that they never went for skinny models. They showed real thick women in all shapes and sizes. You should check out their Kusha Kapila collab. That is what made Bliss, that gave them a lot of awareness, a lot of discovery and awareness, right? So this is the power of a Bliss Club is completely network driven communication. It's a solid example of how when you are community focused, 1-2 साल लगता है. ब्लिस क्लब को भी देखो अभी 3 साल हो गए. But in those after those 2 years now, when you have created that connection, then your people are going to take your brand forward because you've given so much to the community, right? And therefore, the central idea for Bliss Club and the community was that we don't have time, but we gotta keep moving. That was a central idea that brought the community and the brand together. Yeah. Now go back and check out Bliss Club's content. You will know exactly what I'm talking about. Or check out my reel tomorrow. So it's like friends. And when I say network, guys, a good example of network is that all of us are part of some or the other network. Okay, like for example, I have my core friends group. That's my one network, solid network that I keep going back to. I have my digital marketing network. I have my dance network. Like when I love techno music. I love like once or twice in a month. I love going out and dancing. I meet my network there. I used to ride an Enfield back in the day. So I was part of this riding network, right? And so when it comes to a network, besides the shared belief, there are certain unwritten rules. There are certain social norms. There are certain daily rituals. And all of these things is what defines a network, and what keeps brings the network together, the group of people together, and thrive together, right? This is the difference. A target audience driven approach is it's heavy on volume, and then it keeps on getting narrow because then it's a matter of how much money you have to spend. But a network driven approach starts slow and keep growing bigger, because the first level of network that you've attracted, they get the second layer and they get the second layer. That's how networks are built. That's how communities are built. Like, I will give you an example. I have a life coach. Okay. And this life coach made a big impact in my life. And so it has been a year. I keep talking about that life coaching process. I keep talking about him. Whoever I meet, I keep telling them how it has helped me. It will help you as well. It means that I have become part of a life, like his network, and I keep getting him all of my immediate networks to be solid and to thrive, right? Exactly how it will work. If as a brand, you have made a meaningful difference to your first set of network, they will bring the next and they will bring the next. Network driven approach is a slow burning process, but it's a solid process. You have to invest time, money, effort, energy. Target audience driven approach, you will get a blast, immediate blast. But they will not be the most loyal people because you've not been able to be intimate with them. यहाँ पे आप information डाल रहे हो, hoping that they will check you out and hoping that they will follow you. Right? I call it the fireworks versus fireplace. Fireworks is your big media, paid media. One big blast and you reach millions of people. Fireplace is around a bonfire, you're sitting having super intimate conversations, talking about really meaningful things, right? And that's exactly where connections get built. Fireplace marketing is where, if you look at the entire funnel, guys, everybody knows about the funnel. Awareness, consideration, conversion, retention, right? Fireworks marketing is about awareness. It's about brand affinity, and it's about hero events, the big billion day sale. It's a fireworks marketing, right? Or when you launch a big brand campaign, when you're launching your big brand campaign, all of this will be fireworks. Fireplace marketing is great for consideration, when people hit that follow button because they love your content. they've considered you. It's great for community building and it's great for meaningful conversations. Any questions on fireplace, fireworks? It's pretty simple. You know?
Yeah.
So this is how the journeys are, right? Target audience driven approach is that there are brands, then they create ads, check us out, and they reach a huge mass. So it's a matter of how much money you have. But a lot of us are bootstrapped. A lot of us have to be frugal. A lot of us have to do jugaad. We don't have enough money for the CAC and the ROAS and all of that. So network driven communication ki journey hai brands that tap into the network through shared beliefs, through inside jokes, through things that they hate, like having real conversation. And these network then help you, they share your content forward and they help you tap to the larger target audience. So this is the journey of organic, this is the journey of paid. As a brand, you need to do both. Absolutely. I'm not saying you need to do either or. You need to do both. But 9 out of 10 brands get greedy. And because they see immediate impact here, they only focus on here and they forget to build this. And eventually they realize that एक तेरी ये क्या हो गया? Brand ही नहीं बनाया हमने, community ही नहीं बनाई हमने, right? So that's why both the approaches are very, very important. In fact, like when I consult all of my brands, we look at when we look at the reports, and I'll in the latter presentations, workshops, I will share the reporting formats. I will share all of this with you. When we're looking at reports, we don't just look at the paid performance. We also look at week on week. How many followers did we get? How much of traffic from link in bio? How much of traffic from Instagram stories? How much of traffic from LinkedIn posts and Facebook or organic posts did we get? Now those numbers are in hundreds because the brand is in a nascent stage. But maybe in 3 months, that number will be in 1,000. And in 6 months, it will be in 10,000. Right? So organic versus paid attribution, eventually, and typically what I have seen in my career, it takes about 2 to 3 years for a brand to have 50-50 paid and organic attribution. That is how powerful community-driven network building is. So then, if you think about it, what you are doing is you're optimizing your spend so that eventually you don't have to spend so much on paid. Does that make sense?
So
Any questions?
so for a brand, even to create network, we end up creating content and it's also a longer game. I'm just trying to understand, is spending money on advertising seems like a quick blast, whereas spending money on building a network might be the same but on a longer scale.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And what happens is a lot of founders, they feel, yaar, itna paisa kharch ho raha hai, needle nahi push ho rahi. Fuck it, I'm just going to focus on paid. That's how they lose the mojo. But how are you going to create customers who are going to buy from you on repeat? Matlab sale kitna hai, or 20% off or 20% off, then that relationship is transactional.
Actually, I'd just like to add something here. From the time I have been working with Arthi, and I kind of take a lot of calls with founders who want to basically, who seek our consultation. Just for that matter, even today, the founder that I spoke to has an online brand in the fashion space. Came to us saying that, this is something I started about 8 months back. I am actually, running on performance, but I have kind of reached a saturation point. I'm not seeing results like, the way, and I've switched agencies from one performance agency to the other, but I'm not seeing results. And I asked him, okay, can you share your Instagram page? He shared his Instagram page. The page had 12,000 followers. Okay. But each and every post of his had 4 likes, 6 likes, 8 likes. And it is so obvious that I asked him, so it looks like you're only the reason you have followers is because you spend so much on performance that they have followed you, but there is absolutely no one who believes there is no community at all. And this is not the first time. We have at least maybe we see this like a common trend where people just spend money on thinking that, let me just advertise and there's quick money coming in and, ROI banta hai. And but eventually that's just a short game. And it is a live example that Arthi is giving you. To really have that long-term impact, this is the long-term game to build a network.
You know, I joke with we have like an inside joke at Sorted where we say that for such brands, their second or third founding team founder is Google and Meta, क्योंकि पैसे तो उनको ही जा रहे हैं.
No, but Manik and Aarti, the agency outside these days are only driven, like whoever we have come across, like I've been in this from really long. No one takes social media serious. Like it's so difficult to find. Like I don't remember if you remember Aarti, because after you told me that I need so and so people to build my team, it's very difficult to even build a team or to find an agency who has a good person who can even write a script for a, like all they can think about is, okay, we will run ads on this, we will do you. It's very difficult to find someone who will even want to know what is the why of my brand and then start doing it from there, like an agent, at least someone local here.
It's not possible in my experience. Very few agencies get this fundamental, very few agencies, and therefore I highly recommend to build your own
But
creative
as
team.
business owner, like I told you, we do so many things that when it comes to creating this part, if this was not at 9 in the night, I don't think it was even possible for many of us here to even attend such a class. Right?
No, I
So
know. And that's like, I'll give you an example. Like today, I'm doing this 30-day series. I realized that I am not equipped to do it every day. There has been a guy who has been stalking me every day saying, I want to write for you. I want to write for you. Finally, today, I gave him. I said, Chalo, tu kar de, kyunki I am desperate. He wrote a fantastic script and I couldn't believe it. And I
wow, you're
told
so lucky.
the hired for good. Like I want to do my Instagram, LinkedIn, thread, sab kuch likho mere liye, right? Because I need help. And so as founder, you need to initially train. I did a 1 hour call with him to explain exactly how I wanted. I gave him a very detailed download. But Trina, तुम घर पे ही ये सब कर सकते हो, ये आउटसोर्स नहीं कर सकते हो. पर्पस ड्रिवन कम्युनिकेशन तुम आउटसोर्स नहीं कर सकते हो. So hire a creator, I highly recommend hire a creator and then guide them for first 3 months and then give them freedom. They will own it like it's their baby.
So I get these people from LinkedIn.
Uh,
Tina, honestly, I am also in the field of social media, and presently I'm hiring somebody and looking out for somebody who can I actually write, and I've taken almost 50 plus interviews, and they all are rejected. None of them is shortlisted for the next round. They are literally idiots. I'm sorry, but they are literally idiots. They don't
It's
even know.
difficult to hire. It's been
Yeah,
1.5 year. I'm trying
and
to hire, like you told me this 1.5 year back.
yes,
Get
their
some people
resume
to
says
help.
that
It's
they are the social media managers. They don't even know how to calculate an engagement rate. They don't
I
even know
don't even
how
need
to do
engagement. Write
reach
me a
impression.
script or tell me a nice concept कि
Reach
इस पे reel बनाओ. इतना बोल दो. इस पे reel
Yeah,
बनाओ. मैं
and
बना दूंगी. I don't
You
even
can
need
feel the
engagement.
frustration.
yeah,
Yeah,
and if
straight
you'll
up.
ask them कि social media strategy बनाना है, they'll
Yeah.
say that they have done some social media, two real social media strategy for an influencer, and they are coming to for an interview, and they are claiming that they're social media managers. I mean, I don't even have words for them.
I get
I get it. But I'll just kind of help you out. Like, I think when you hire, what's most important is the intent. Like that guy, he was relentlessly following up, and I was so mean to him in the sense that I just kept on ignoring. Sometimes you're so busy, don't have pressed on time, don't have time to reply. Intent होना चाहिए, बाकी सब आप सिखा सकते हो. And you as as bosses, as founders, you are responsible for their growth. You are responsible for them to understand the brand equally. Both of you need to have skin in the game. If they bring the intent, everything can be taught. So try to look for that and then try to build try to build your team in-house, because Trina, this is like I said, Bliss Club has an internal creative team. Only then can they do purpose-driven community building. Otherwise, it's not possible.
Maybe next you all should start like a recruitment thing. Like
I
in
am
fact,
doing that for my clients. I take interviews, I hire people for my clients because I recommend them this, right? So it's part of my consultation process where I interview on their behalf, and then that person works with us for the brand. So I'm ask Manik, you're literally looking out also. But yes. Yeah, Chaitra, you have a question?
I have a yeah.
Uh,
We'll
Yeah.
come back to you, Sonakshi.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I worked in a digital marketing agency, and I got a couple of red flags, both from the boss and the client. And they actually, as a social media manager, they actually wanted me to just उसको सिर्फ followers बढ़ाना है और कुछ नहीं. And for them, followers, increasing followers means increasing sales. So that's what they think. Okay, so for brands like these, how do you make them understand that building community is important, and building a vibe for the brand first and then starting your social media game is important? So how do you make them understand other than case studies? Is there any way that we can make them understand?
Go through my recording and repeat to your client because the pitch is that followers तभी आएंगे जब आप उनको एक reason दोगे follow करने का. And your content cannot be about your product on social media, because for that they can visit your website, correct? So what is that larger reason? Like coming back to Bliss Club, the larger reason was come and follow me so that you can move every day. You get to know how to move in, within your daily lives every day. That's why their hashtag keep moving, right? And then when you look at the content that they're creating, there is a reason, and it's called a club. It has a community vibe already, where women are just thriving of all shapes and sizes and age. So that's why there is a bigger reason. And I agree with your client. Zyada followers matlab zyada sales, because ultimately it is a funnel. ये सब हम धंधे के लिए ही कर रहे हैं, not for brand love. So let me be very clear. Both of these journeys ultimately should drive business. That is very clear. But just because you want followers, they are not going to follow you.
Yeah.
Right? So they will follow you because there is a reason for them to follow. Now you can do a similar workshop with your client, right? You can, this today's workshop, yes, last session's workshop, do these workshops with them. Make them part of the process. You are the doctor, they are the patient. So you need to also behave like a doctor. If you are listening to whatever they are saying, then they are giving you prescription as a doctor, you're listening. So that's not how it works. You need to be of authority, if that makes sense.
Yeah, got it. I'll try this.
So try this workshop, truly try it with your client. I think it'd be fantastic. And they will look at you like I do this every time I do a brand communication strategy. Like while I have all my answers ready, I put my clients on the spot and we do this workshop with them. And the clients get all like, oh my God, oh my God. They really get flustered. But then by the end of it, I have them, मैंने उनकी नस पकड़ लिए, right? And then they are just married to me. So try this out.
Sure, thanks.
Yes, Sonakshi?
Yeah, actually, I can understand it from the perspective of Starbucks, that they are building a community by, I mean, launching their cards or it's a group of Starbucks also, like just giving an example from here. But what if I consider it from the education point of view? Like let's say, for example, there is IMT Ghaziabad. They are selling more about their the legacy that they have. But now the Masters Union, they are also making a lot of videos which are specific to their students. So are they also trying to build it via network, or maybe the things that they are launching with Shebang, their master classes, or some offline workshops that they are conducting for people? So is it part of the network that they are trying to build to get to a wider target audience, or is that just part of advertising only?
See, everything advertising is a one-way communication, and it's about your brand and your product and what you're selling. It's a sales pitch.
Okay.
Everything on community is more about your network, less about you. So, to give you a similar example, would be Sorted. At Sorted, I pretty much I am creating content, but the content is about I'm not selling any course on Instagram. Like, unless this is the ultimate masterclass course that I have sold, which happens like once in a month, right? But besides that, I'm not selling, I'm just giving. 30-day playbook is what? It's just giving, right? And so when you give, will you get? So any intervention where a brand is just entertaining, educating, creating, making you laugh, creating relatable content, just generally enabling organic conversations is about community building.
Okay, so it is more of like if I switch a little from the brand side and look from the influencer point of view, the influencers are the ones who are building the network and then they are using that network to advertise. Will that be a correct sentence or not?
But why are you using? I'm not
No,
understanding the context of
just
the sentence.
just for understanding better examples of how to build a community and a network kind of a thing.
Understood. Yeah,
So
influencers help you with getting their clout. So when Bliss Club connected with Kusha Kapila,
mm,
Kusha Kapila is a nice, thick girl,
yeah.
right? She probably has a community of, people like women, real women, right? So that is a beautiful brand collab because it is completely, Kusha Kapila is completely on brand for Bliss Club, and then they're creating content which is on the idea of keep moving. अगर आप वो कुशा कपिला के YouTube पे videos देखोगे Bliss Club के, they're literally on point. So yes, you're right. Influencers help you drive discovery. They help you get more clout, and they help you create fabulous content.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Uh, I just have one question from the point of view of an agency, because I've been also trying to crack this model of making content for the clients that I'm working that's specific to social media. But again, the problem is real on this side, that it doesn't make sense for them to pay me that much money to make one video a day or something like that. It cost doesn't work. To get a director or a writer and an editor, it doesn't work. So what I've been doing is I've recommended to them and they've been hiring people, and that's just another whole mess. It is not on point. While you were talking, I came to know that you can consult that to them. I can do the interview for them and like things like that. That's something new. I've never thought of that. Do you get paid for it? That's the question. Like, can I charge for the like conducting an interview and setting a team? Like, is that
Of
a service?
course, it can be
Okay.
part of your. It can be part of your retainer. It can be part of your hiring. Is a legitimate part of my consultation.
Okay.
Right. Like, I'll tell you, when brands come to me, they are like, I don't have a team. I have already lost a lot of money on performance agencies. I don't have a good agency, creative agency. Can
Hmm.
you please help? Right? So
Hmm.
I have built my network of solid performance agencies, solid creative agencies, and because I know what kind of people to hire, I help them with hiring as well.
Makes
It's
sense.
part of the package. It's like extra. It's not the main thing, but it's part of the package
Of
because
course.
I want to. I'm somewhere. I don't want to give gyan, right? I want to actually just
Hmm.
give a closure and ultimately show the result.
Hmm.
So that is the whole point. So of course you can.
Okay.
And to answer your first question, Srijesh, I feel like you should, today, like if you look at Swiggy's content, Dunzo's content, all of that content are faceless reels shot on phone, which barely need any production.
Hmm.
And community-driven organic content is not something high on production or scripts also for that matter. Again,
Hmm.
it's a different kind of storytelling. It's a very TikTok reels sort of a
Hmm. Hmm.
storytelling. So
Hmm.
you should create something like a content factory as another retainer model.
Hmm.
Do a package, right? 10 reels in 101 lakh 10,000,
Hmm.
right? Like 10,000 or 10 leaks, whatever,
I
10,000 bucks
mean,
per
yeah.
reel.
Yeah. Hmm.
But then your client is sorted. I feel like I would pay that kind of, because it is a video economy. Static is dead. So you can create something like that.
Only if they can approve like 10 ideas together. The problem what happens is they want like one video a week, but they can approve stuff together. Like it's a volume game. I can shoot a lot in like a couple of days and have it ready for a month. Or then like what happens, especially the client I'm working with as a VFX school, so they want us to keep going there like every couple of days. So something's happening, they want to come and shoot. That is when the cost goes out. So we,
Maybe because you have not done this community driven exercise.
Mm.
So maybe if you do this workshop, this exercise with them, then your content strategy will be
yeah,
like, it will be, hygiene strategy will be fluid, right? It'll be
yeah,
super sharp, and then maybe you can get.
yeah. I can convince them of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Guys, can I go ahead?
Yes.
Quick time check. What's the time, Manik? Can you help? I can't see my.
10.
It's
Okay.
10.
Okay, perfect. So, therefore, network of people, right? Group of people coming together. So, today, what we are going to address is the whole, only the community part of it. So let's do like a quick quiz. What do you, if, and also, guys, one more thing, all of these networks should be called something like an internal strategy. Okay. So I want to ask you all question. Like if Red Bull has a network, what do you think Red Bull's network is called? What do you think their network is? Red Bull's community, what do you think it's called? Or what idea do you think it's based on?
Something around wings.
Yeah, angels.
Something around being hyper,
Yes, yes, very close. Anyone else?
hyper kids or
Adventurous.
Yes.
You spoke about this in a podcast, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I did speak about this in the podcast. Their network is built on the idea of energy. So when you look at their content, pick up, I bet my money on it. Pick up any piece of content, you will feel this idea of energy in it. And that's the network they have built. People who love adrenaline. And so when you look at their content, look at not just content, look at the IPs they create, look at the events they have created, right? It's about dancing, it's about adventure sports, it's about gaming, it's about rapping, it's about, they even made a guy jump from space, for God's sake. And that event was one of the it has gone down in history of advertising and marketing when they made a guy jump off of space. And so Red Bull is certainly a love mark brand, but the network they've created, the community is built on the idea of energy. Royal Enfield.
Classic.
Think about the community. When all those bikers come together, what is that? What is the idea of that community? Why do they come together?
The bro vibe.
Yes, Dhruv, you're bang on. Bang on. It's the
The
network
bro.
of brotherhood and love for riding. Royal Enfield is not a commute bike. यहाँ से अंधेरी office जाके वापस आना. Royal Enfield is a cruiser bike, right? It's for people who work their ass off through the week and weekend पे ride के लिए जाएंगे wearing leathers and drinking beer and eating vada pav. That's what I used to do. But yeah. Bliss Club. I've already given you so much fodder. Come on, you can guess this. What do you think the network would be based on?
Comfort, all size. I don't know.
See, again, that is you're talking about product. We are talking about people coming
body
together
positivity.
for that one idea. Why are women following Bliss Club?
You feel more accepted. Mm,
Inclusivity. No.
The network of movement for everyday women. Right? Like, it's such a refreshing niche, such a refreshing take, because you look at Adidas, Nike, peak performance, everybody's an athlete. Versus there, I just wanna like move every day. And I don't have time. Right? Like our problems are very different. And that's exactly what Bliss Club addressed. Right? Narendra Modi. This is my favorite question.
my God.
Hugs.
Huh? Bugs. You're right. You are
Hinduism.
right. It's a network of Hinduism. I mean, let's get real, right? And that's I'm not commenting on right or wrong, but he's one of the greatest marketeers. Let's just look at it objectively from a marketing lens. If his marketing network is that of Hinduism. Good marketeers see consumers as complete human beings with all dimensions real people have. And that's exactly what network-driven communication is all about. Yeah. And to create a network, there has to be shared belief. There has to be a lot of shared activities that you can do with your community, ultimately. Right? Because ultimately, we are trying to build a culture. Any brand that reminds you that has successfully built a culture. Tanvi, you're very quiet, huh? I can't hear you. Can't hear. Guys, can you hear Tanvi?
No.
Habib can't hear. You are also very quiet. I'm gonna call out all these backbenchers. Who else is there?
Yeah, Rina.
Reena, yes. Where is this? Where is this Reena? I can't see her. Reena,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually not
why are
feeling
you
very
quiet,
well.
Reena?
My voice, no, no, my voice is very bad, so I'm not speaking up.
You can always put things on chat. I will address.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody can
I'll
be a
do
backbencher. Yes, Tanvi, sorry, couldn't hear you. I'm guessing you're typing, okay? Nike has created culture, 100%. I agree. Any
I
other
think
brand?
cosmetic brands have created a brand culture because you see so many influencers marketing their products for them and tagging them, and all these guys, for example, Mac or Fenty, Bobby Brown, all of these, they just pick out videos of the loyal customers using them, and that is enough marketing for them. So I think cosmetics has crazy culture.
I
That's not the definition of culture. Like, culture is like Ray-Ban has culture.
I think Apple has culture.
Apple has culture.
Even
Uh,
Lululemon has.
Royal Enfield has culture. Bliss Club has culture. Uh, uh, Whole Truth Foods has culture.
That's
Alcohol
like, say
brands,
example.
Budweiser's, beer.
Exactly, like Budweiser's, is that a culture? That's exactly my question. Can we put like Jack Daniels and Budweiser in culture?
Yeah, Kingfisher. I was thinking
Why
about
do you
Kingfisher.
think why do you think alcohol brands have culture? Because they were forced to be community first because of their, what do you call it, surrogate. They could not directly promote a product. So they
Hmm.
had to go the community route. They had to go offline. They had to create music,
Yeah,
art,
Bacardi. Yeah.
right? They were forced, and that's why those brands have been like, we feel so like today in the music fraternity, Budweiser is one of the most respected brand because it has every cultural music event I have gone to, from Lollapalooza to Magnetic Fields. Budweiser is there,
Hmm.
right? So Nike, why do you think Adidas, Nike are doing running clubs? Right? Why do you think marathons are happening? All of this is driving culture. Ultimately, some habit, some subculture, some way for us to come together again as a network, people to come together for one shared idea. Ultimately, it's about that. Zoma Land is about culture,
What
right?
about fitter and
Absolutely. Fitter is bang on building culture. Fitter is 200% community first. Absolutely love their marketing and content strategy. 100%. Great. So, guys, are you all ready? Ready or what? For today's workshop. This is what we're going to do. We are going to define a network. We are going to first of all call this network something. Again, none of this is supposed to be out for communication. This is for a strategy. तो अगर Red Bull ने अपने community को energy network बोला है, तो हमारे community का नाम क्या होना चाहिए, right? And that name should be such that tomorrow when you hire an intern and you tell them that I'm talking to energy network, that intern should instantly understand, oh, I know what you mean. Right? Or whoever, a big senior person, anyone should understand. Then there are these interesting things we are going to answer today. Things, मैंने इसके ऊपर भी reel बनाई थी. Things they love, things they hate, things they laugh about, and daily rituals. Right? Shared beliefs is basically हमारे belief और community की belief, which is things they love. Inside jokes is things they laugh about. What's not okay, which are like unwritten rules, are the things they hate. And daily rituals. आपका पूरा content strategy, community driven hygiene content strategy यहाँ से आएगा. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Don't seem so confused. Arva, you all remember? Arva, you all remember, na? We spoke about Arva,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
It's a fertility
Fertility
brand.
clinic.
And the why of the brand was that I believe everyone deserves fundamental freedom of choice when it comes to kids. Therefore, I am a one-stop solution for all your fertility woes so that you can live your best life. This was the purpose of the brand. Now let's look at how did we define those 4 things. First of all, we called this network the network of freedom. Right? And basically it's the mindset. It's that one singular thing. Basically, men and women who are seeking freedom in whatever life choices, decisions they want to make, right? For them, freedom सबसे ज़्यादा matter करता है. Now, why freedom? Because again, going back to the purpose of the brand, fundamentally हम उनको freedom दे रहे हैं, right? That's what we are giving. So that's why we call it a freedom network. Now, the shared beliefs. The shared belief of the community is that I don't want anyone or anything to dictate how I should live my life. That was a shared belief of the community. What is not okay? It's not okay that my self-worth gets defined by my decision to have kids or not. And guys, while 80% this brand is focused on women, men are also collectively part of this conversation, right? Because शादी के बाद दोनों पे pressure आता है. Inside joke, when are we getting the good news? Right? That is the inside joke. And daily, oh sorry, that's not, these are daily rituals. वो थोड़ा typo हो गया. It's not what's not okay. This is the daily rituals, the 4th point, okay? Their daily rituals are, always take your tribe along and create a safe space. So this stem from the idea of how, women against women is a big culture, right? Like women are women's biggest enemy. So all of that we did not. Arva will be a community where we all collectively move forward. That was one daily ritual. It's about women who also pick up other women. Enabling real conversation was again a daily ritual. Like, let's have a real chat, because we are having this brand is built on the most awkward thing, right? About kids. So we wanted to enable real conversation. So that was a daily ritual. Self-care rituals and regular health tests. Are you all understanding? Any questions here? Because this is what we will do as a workshop now.
I'm just thinking like, how do we land at the shared belief? Like, do we have to do some research about the community that we're reaching out to, or the target?
That's why we do the purposing exercise first.
Okay,
It's the
okay.
shared belief with the brand and the community.
Hmm.
Right? So if the brand's belief is that everyone deserves to have the fundamental freedom of choice,
Okay,
so then this is the audience belief.
okay.
You get it? So
Yeah.
therefore it's always pegged on what the brand and the audience believes in, and it always stems from कि आप नस क्या है आपके community की. They seek freedom. This is like I am the perfect example of this brand. Like I'm in my mid-30s. Yes, I'm in my mid-30s. and I don't know whether I want to have kids or not. I don't know. Like largely I don't want to have kids, but I don't know is if that's the right decision or not. But I seek freedom. I want freedom of choice. And so I did my egg count assessment test, and I am honestly wondering if I should freeze my eggs because my eggs are healthy. But probably in there is something as a societal pressure, but there is something also my internal body clock, right? Like after a point it's physically not possible for me to have kids, and what if I reach 40 and then I get the FOMO? Abhi meri soch aisi hai. So obviously you're right, Sanket. When we do this exercise, ideally all of this takes me 20-30 days to crack. Because we speak to our audiences, we speak to our customers, we do online surveys. ये सब मतलब it's backed by qualitative and quantitative research.
Okay.
But I'm taking you through how it is done. So all of this, while during this workshop, this will be hypothesis based.
All right.
But tomorrow when you do this for a brand, now you know how to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Arthi, quick question. Why do we have, sorry, I didn't pay attention to the slide earlier better. Why is like both the right column has what's not okay, what's not okay?
No,
Sorry.
it's a typo, yaar. It's basically
Okay, sorry,
supposed
sorry. Yeah.
daily rituals.
The other one is what's okay.
Above one is what's not okay, and this one is what are their daily rituals.
What are they daily? Okay, good.
You know.
See, Aarti, a quick question.
Anji?
This thing you had made a post, like Instagram post on it, and where there were four brands were communicated: Red Bull, this thing Tesla,
Yeah,
and two
correct.
more brands.
You remember that? Yeah, I remember you telling me about this reel even during the NAS summit when we met.
Correct. So quickly I'll tell you. So I stole that thing, and then I defined a problem area, which was not actually there. But since the whole idea of creating a tribe for the 080 cafe, as I told you, it's just at the arrivals at Terminal 2. So going a little unconventional way, that premium segment mein dal ke, and somebody coming out of the airport arrival, the problem area at Bangalore is still the fact that one is to reach the airport and one is to reach the city. So how can we solve that issue by the 080 cafe? Well, I was trying to solve the thing, but this is not something which was an actual problem thing of the thing which to be solved. I created this problem area to be solved by the 080 cafe.
Okay.
So now when you are at the arrival belt, so what if you are able to order a coffee through the Bangalore airport app? And while going, you just pick it up from the cafe, which is just at the arrivals, and then take that journey to the 1.5 hour of reaching the city.
Got
So
it.
can we have a tribe which talks about the problem of the Bangalore airport to Bangalore city, and then various other four quadrants which you have defined, and then solve this through the cafe? Matlab, something on those lines I had pitched.
I think it's relevant. Like as a brand, you are like, to be very honest, one of my biggest pain points, not just Bangalore airport, like any airport, is like when I have to wait and when things are not, when there are too many queues and when things are not organized and just like there is chaos, right? So your insight is bang on. And as a brand, if you are creating content around, making fun around, like having fun around these kind of experiences, when it's absolutely legitimate as an audience, guys, all of you travel for work and otherwise, do you not agree that you will relate to that sort of content?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Especially to Bangalore, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so 100% you're right about that, Dhruv. But then you will have to, like you rightly said, create such experiences where the minute I land, my coffee is ready and I have like a great setup where I'm sitting and sending out a couple of emails. I feel like if you build that experience, you will be known for it. People will like click pictures and talk about you on their Insta stories and on Twitter.
Yeah.
I used
See,
to handle CSI airport when I was at Sachi, and I know people are so active. Instantly good experience, they'll talk about it. Instantly bad experience, they'll talk about it.
it's very dynamic in nature that every second you have a new feedback coming in.
Correct. It's where the people are commuters are super active, especially on Twitter. Great. So this is the exercise. Why don't we take 5 minutes break? Okay. And all of you try to write this, and maybe we will take up today one brand and write this collectively. But you all also just right now take time and try to fill it in. What do you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we meet back at 10:35.
Okay.
You all can create your own PPTs ना. ये मैं इधर ही रख रही हूँ. Name of the network, what is the shared belief, things they love, hate, inside jokes, and daily rituals.
Arthi, can you just go back once? So just we'll get a template sort of.
Okay, cool. I'll keep this on for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Super. Hi guys. How's the homework going? How's the workshop? How's the assignment going?
The inside joke is hard
It's
to
going
crack.
on.
The inside joke is
Hard to crack.
hard to crack.
It's the first thing I wrote, in fact. This is like last part, the daily rituals.
Yeah, same here.
Anyone is ready and confident wanting to share?
I can go.
Nice. Do you want to share your screen?
No, I have put it down in paper.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the brand is Kylie Collective, right?
थोड़ा context दे दो सबको, okay, the space and you know.
Okay, so Kylie Collective is going to be a brand. So I'm the designer, I'm the illustrator. So all the prints that I'm going to be creating is going to be influenced by Indian heritage and art. So so these things are going to be put on modern silhouettes. Like it could be a midi dress, or it could be like a nice flowy kaftan you could wear on a vacation. But the prints would be driven by Indian heritage and culture. So the goal is to bring Indian culture on a global scale, where even someone from the West can proudly, you know how tourists behave, right? Like you usually go to a country and then you get something from there, and you're like, this belongs to so and so. So I want Kylie to be the one-stop, fashion hub for Indian inspired art. So now coming to
Art as in fashion, no?
yes.
Got it.
So it's going to be a lot of art, because since I am the designer and I'm creating these prints, like all the fabrics are going to have my prints. So it's going to be a lot of art and fashion.
Amazing.
Yeah.
When are you launching? Habib? Habib, you're trying to say something? Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, Soumya.
Yeah, sure. So now coming to this exercise, for the shared belief, it's going to be contemporary silhouettes can be designed inspired by Indian heritage and culture for a global audience.
That's a brand belief.
Okay. So this thing has to be through the eyes of the customer, is it? Damn. Okay.
हाँ community कर रही हूँ मैं कब से.
Okay, but I think the inside joke can be on track for this, which is, oh, Indian fashion is so tacky.
What? Indian fashion is so tacky.
That would be the inside joke. Like how, say someone from the West would be like, all they wear is yellows and greens, and that conversation could be, I mean, it's obviously the wrong thing when we come with our own.
See, again, why are we doing this exercise, Soumya? Because all of these insights, इससे आपका content बनेगा.
Right.
All of these insights will become content pillars.
Correct.
So they need to be usable. Now, when you say Indian fashion is tacky, it's a very negative thought as a brand, especially a fashion brand coming out of India. You should not think that way.
No, so I was thinking this joke, we are counteracting on this joke. So
understood. So it's like a sarcastic.
Like a meme. Yeah. It's like a sarcastic take. It's like, you know how yeah, every English movie has this horrible lehenga, and they're like, this is what India's about, right? So like Harry Potter.
Like
how
the diet sabya NRI gate.
Yes, exactly.
Bang on.
Yeah. And not okay. I mean, the entire community can feel stereotyping Indian prints as ethnic and only occasional wear. Like
bang on.
And for daily rituals, it would be that the Kylie tribe, we resonate with art and culture in a very fascinating and exciting manner instead of a very boring and lecture conversation. So instead of saying the history of this thing came from so and so, it could be more like, what actually happens, like in a very, what do you say, interactive kind of communication. Like we
daily rituals, not tribe. मतलब आपकी कम्युनिटी के डेली रिचुअल्स क्या हैं as far as आपकी कैटेगरी एंड ब्रांड इज कंसर्न्ड. Okay. So daily rituals is like you know, dressing up for occasion is a ritual as far as your community is concerned. So I'm guessing you are targeting NRIs, right? And you're giving them like a Indian ethnic solution.
So I want anyone from India or outside India, I want them to be able to take, Indian themed clothes for a vacation. Say you're going to Bali and you don't have to look for, only products like, the usual choices when you go on vacation. So I would want them to pick something from Kylie. So basically, it's like made for everyday wear. It's like casual elegance. It's not occasional wear.
But you're saying travel, and travel is an occasion. It's not
Yeah,
every day.
so in travel, you would wear quads, right? Like the printed quads. Like at the same time, you can also wear it like in a mehendi occasion. So I'm saying we would not like seal it as an occasional wear just because it is Indian prints. Because usually Indian prints is associated with occasional wear.
Got
So
it.
I don't know the daily rituals. I think I would need your help on
Yeah.
how this community would.
Yeah, I also think that you need to think about, because these occasions are rare when I'm traveling. I travel only two or three times in a year. And so as a fashion brand, you need a repeat purchase kahan se aayega?
No, no, but
Right?
coats and all is something you can wear even for a brunch, even for shopping, like your dresses.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to just focus on like different occasions, and therefore dressing up is a daily ritual, right? Making a
Okay.
statement is a daily ritual. Mixing, matching my outfit is a daily ritual. Standing out with fashion as a tool is a daily ritual.
Okay, styling and all the daily things that these guys do.
Right? So again, when you're creating content, now you're tapping into all of those rituals and creating content. That's why daily
Okay.
rituals, right? Inside joke, because you need to create entertaining content, right?
Mhm.
Things that are not okay, so that you have an enemy. We'll
Okay.
talk about the enemy of the brand in the coming slides. And shared belief is where you make that intimate connection. So the shared belief should be maybe on the lines of like Indian silhouettes need not be stereotyped as ethnic.
Correct.
Could be a shared belief of the community.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's perfect.
Arthi, quick
Yes.
question so that I understand this. Sorry. I'll let Apura go first, please.
No, I was just saying that I would also like to discuss something that I wrote. If you have a question, please go.
Just one small question I want to check, just so that I understand daily rituals as we move forward. Let's say if you're building like a serum for people who are losing hair, okay? So hair fall serum basically, right? So now what is the daily ritual that you're gonna catch for them?
Everything there, right from the morning, like see, when somebody's going through a hair fall, like they're looking up on Instagram, they're looking up on Google, they're asking their friends about like hair fall, the anxiety that they have around it. All of these are like daily rituals, right? Even like trying out hajar everything, all kinds of random medicines that they see, trying out everything, all of these become part of the daily ritual.
Got it. And they can be both intentional and organic, like just happening.
Yeah. Yes, Apurva.
Yeah, if time permits, I will also like to discuss one that I have written.
Time, I mean, it's up to other people. It's 10:45. I am good. It's up to other people.
We'll do one thing. We'll go and I'll discuss it in the end if it's better like
I'm
that.
good if you guys
Yeah. No, I'll better discuss it in the end. It's okay.
Okay, cool. So should we create should we see, we can either create somebody's daily, all of us can create somebody's network, this thing live, or we can listen to Apurva. What do you guys want to do? Habib, I can't hear you, yeah. Habib, do you want to put things on chat? Okay, what is everybody's consensus?
Let's hear Apurva's and maybe we can work on that itself.
Yeah, let's hear Apurva's first.
Okay, Apurva, go for it.
Uh, okay, so I don't have a brand of my own, so I just got this brand that I follow on Instagram called Odd Giraffe. It's a journal brand. They
I
have
know.
a very beautiful. You know the
I know.
brand?
I know Odd Giraffe. I had ordered
Yeah,
that.
yeah. What I've seen is that they have a very beautiful journals, but a lot. Yeah, I just took that brand. That's it.
Ah, okay.
I feel like there can be a lot more community driven thing there because they're just showing their journals a lot, and I just followed for how beautiful it is. But yeah, I think there can be something more, so I chose that brand.
Okay.
Uh,
What
so
will you
it,
call? What will you call this network? First of all, have you answered that?
no, I did
No
not. I
problem.
just
You should
read.
all even Soumya.
Yeah.
You need to call your network something. Okay.
I think that's the most difficult part to call that network the name of. I mean, I still couldn't.
I mean,
When it
actually, the name can be
For
anything, no? Like,
example, going by your purpose that we said that every home should be as original as the people inside them, could be the network of originals. You know, people are looking for original ideas. People who are looking for their home
yeah,
to reflect their original perspective, right? So it's calling a network is more about the mindset they carry as a group. So what is their mindset? They're looking for something original.
Standouts one.
Yeah, which is like so them. Like when people enter my house and they say, Arti, this house is so you, I am like, wow, I've done a great job. Right? Because it's my unique perspective.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Purva, sorry.
yeah. So the shared belief can be something like journaling is helpful for your mental health. If you can like, if you want to plan something, if you want to organize something, organize your thoughts. Writing it down is better than organizing it in your mind. That
Beautiful.
can be a shared belief. Inside jokes can be something like I hold so much journals that there is no space to keep the journal in my house anymore, or something like that.
Yes, beautiful. And guys, inside jokes can be multiple also, right?
Okay.
So that you get more and more insights for your content.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's an adult scrapbook, but
Yeah. You can even talk about like journaling about your ex-boy. इतने ex-boyfriends हो गए. You can have so many inside jokes around journaling.
Yeah. Okay. Unwritten rule can be something like uh, you shouldn't have cluttered thoughts in your mind, but that again goes back to shared beliefs only. Like, are like unwritten rules and shared beliefs the same, like different sides of the same coin?
No, unwritten rule is more like what is not okay. What does this community hate? So
Uh,
one thing that this community might hate is to not address their feelings, right?
yeah. Okay.
Not be real with themselves,
Yes.
or they might hate stacking up on these journals and not actually writing, right?
Writing on it. Right.
All of the nasty things will be in the things that
Yeah.
are things they hate.
Maybe dog like folding the journal ears like this instead of
Not
the book.
okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is like cringe. It's not okay. That
Yeah.
can also be
Okay.
an inside joke, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Got
Right?
it.
Hmm.
Yeah. And daily ritual can be like journaling every day, meditation, doing a
Yes,
morning routine,
yes,
uh, waking up morning and drinking water. That also can come here.
yes. All the right
Yeah.
things. Basically, self-love, self-care,
Yeah.
self-awareness. All of those things can be daily rituals.
Yeah. Uh,
Fantastic. So now you should share this with weird giraffe, right?
yeah. I'm gonna ask them to hire me now.
Yeah. Yes, Dhruv.
Arti, if you can allow, I have a different, thing to pitch. Now, this whole thing, now imagine you are the head HR of Indigo Airlines.
Hmm.
Okay, so they have come out with a job posting
Hmm.
called Community Growth Manager.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm applying for this job. Imagine this is a hypothetical situation. Can I pitch this entire thing as a community growth manager and make a presentation?
100%.
So the job summary, I'll tell you, I'll quickly go, I won't take much time. Community growth manager, this individual will be responsible for building and growing communities owned by Indigo, such as those focused on empowerment, sports, student interest, and first time flyers through partnerships, collaboration, and strategic initiatives. Now, I think, according to me, this is inside and outside, both internal and external customers. So the shared belief, I would say, if I target the Generation Z, and name them as not Gen Z, but 6EZ, because 6E is sexy. That's
Right.
why they have taken sexy Z.
Yeah.
So all the qualities of Gen Z would be, because they are the target who have just entered the job market between 24 to 26 or
Got it.
28.
Dhruv, is it okay for you if we take this conversation offline separately tomorrow?
Okay, so I have defined it accordingly, and then
Why don't you define both internal and external separately? Do this exercise. Let's have an
yeah,
offline conversation because I have some more slides to go. There's one more
yeah,
topic.
that's fine. I just thought of this because
But you're right. You're thinking on the
yeah,
right terms, but create for internal and external अलग-अलग बनाओ क्योंकि आपके communication triggers अलग-अलग होंगे.
got it. ठीक है.
Why don't you do this exercise? Send it to me. We'll do a quick call and I'll help you out. Let's
Yeah,
get
this
that. Let's get you
ये
cracking.
होमवर्क ही वही बन जाएगा. Correct.
हाँ
Could
जी,
be
हाँ
same.
जी, कर लीजिए आप.
ठीक है. Thank you.
Super. Guys, let's move forward. Everybody, please properly do your homework and send it. I hope this exercise is like super fun. क्योंकि जब भी हम अभी next session में जाएंगे तो हम content ideas यहीं से call out करेंगे. Okay? Again, this entire piece of exercise is so relevant because think about it, right? Like when I said all of us are part of some or the other network, do you all have your immediate core friends? Do you agree that you all behave like your core friends? You are a sum of who you hang out with the most, right? Online on communities, virtual communities also, people start mimicking each other's behavior. Why do you, all of you know about Blue Orange, how Blue Orange just blasted the pandemic? They created a streetwear community, right? And everybody's mimicking everybody. Everybody wants to flaunt a blue orange. Everybody wants to go for these streetwear events. Everybody wants to listen to rap music, right? It's a collective conscious. That's the ripple effect, and that's the beauty and power of a community building approach. And therefore, when you are mirroring your network's behavior, you are able to create a stronger bond. So therefore, this exercise, and ultimately this should not just be restricted to the PPTs and the strategic intent. ये आपको content में translate करना पड़ेगा because decisions are never made in a silo. Decisions are made through a collective. When you go and look up any new product, you first look at what other people are saying, right? Other people similar to me, what are they talking about the product? You will go in the comment section, you will be curious.
Yeah, the reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, because we never take decisions in a silo. We always take decisions. If my best friend is wearing the latest Yeezys, even I want. Yeah, it's always a collective conscious. And so always try to therefore showcase all the behavioral facets of your network because collectively decisions are being made, not in a silo. People are not independent. We all live in complex systems. Our behavior, our attitude, perceptions, they're constantly getting evolved and they're constantly getting shaped. We might think that this is my perspective, but it is never. It is always a group perspective. It is always a collective perspective. Someone's always influencing your decision, influencing your point of view. And that is a fundamental shift. The fundamental shift is we all, as marketers, are in the business of influencing our community's behavior. Do you agree? Fundamentally, हम क्या कर रहे हैं as founders, as marketers, as agency owners, as creators, as influencer? We are constantly influencing somebody's behavior. ये मत करो, ये करो. Isn't it? And when that happens, your first tribe will get other tribe, and then that's how your brand will move like wildfire. Ever seen on the roadside if two people are looking at something, there are more people who are also looking up and trying to see what the hell is going on. That is collective consciousness. That is collective ripple effect of influencing somebody's behavior. Right?
Yeah.
When in Rome, if your friend jumps off the cliff, will you also jump off the cliff? All of this comes from that similar ethos, right? As marketeers, we are in the fundamental business of influencing people's behavior. And so it's really important that you capture this intent. So this is the last toolkit of the night. And this is my favorite toolkit. We have identified our purpose. We have identified the trigger of our community. Now we're trying to identify what exactly are we shifting. We want our network to stop doing this and start doing this because. So here is the name of your network. You want them to start doing their current behavior. And you want them to start doing their desired behavior because यहाँ पे आएगा catalyst. And the catalyst is usually like a, how do I explain a catalyst? Let me just explain it through an example actually. Okay, Arva. Sorry. Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. Can I just take 1 second? One slide is missing. Okay, got it. Cool. Can you see?
Yeah.
So this is how the toolkit is. We want our freedom network to stop letting societal pressure or your biological clock dictate your life choices and start taking control of your fertility journey with Arva because you deserve to have it all. This is the catalyst. Like the difference, the catalyst is like the difference the brand brings in your life. The new push in the lives of their customer. Have you understood? And so with this exercise, what
It's a
happens?
bit,
I'll give you more examples.
yes.
I'll give you more examples, okay? But like with this now, Arva, whenever they do paid communication or whenever they do even organic communication, the so what of the communication is always and always that you don't have to fall for societal pressure. There is a solution because you can have it all. You deserve to live your best life because you deserve the freedom, right? So this is in 3 seconds, the so what of any communication Arva does. Right from their about us section to their Instagram bio to like their pinned post to everything, paid advertising. And this also helps us identify the enemy of the brand. Brands who have their enemies defined very clearly are able to again create a beautiful emotional connection. Like sneakers enemy is hunger. And therefore you are not yourself when you're hungry, right? Such amazing communication.
Yeah.
So Arva's enemy, like how we had defined, was the societal pressure and the internal pressure of the biological clock. That's the enemy of the brand. It's a shared.
Arthi, can you do this exercise for Coke, like Coca-Cola?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah, I just want to know how it will come out to be, like if it is Coke.
Yeah, sure. We can do that. Okay. So ultimately, therefore, as a brand, what is Arva saying? Arva is saying that as a brand, I am on a mission to arm my freedom network with choices, liberating them from the burden of society. I want to equip you with the choices, right? And to bring a refreshing ideology of choice. And therefore, if Arva was a personality, that's also we tried to address. Who is Arva personality? Going back to the first question, it's a gut feeling. It's a personality. It's Priyanka Chopra. With every piece of communication, I want to exude Priyanka Chopra energy because Priyanka Chopra has always thrived on freedom. She has
Mm.
had a kid through the what do you call it?
Surrogacy.
Yeah, she froze her eggs and then she had kids via surrogacy. And today she's thriving. She is the bang on brand personality of Arva. And that's how we arrived at the idea of on your timeline. Okay. I'll give you another. And also then further we went and then addressed why should they follow us. And we simply addressed it by like this. To give an example through bio, India's first fertility health company addressing A to Z of your fertility woes so that you can live your best life. Your fertility BFF on your timeline. Find your account in a jiffy, right? Everything about the brand or the strategy that I took you through is in that bio, gives them a larger reason to follow and immediately differentiates them with the competition, because their competition are all the labs. The biggest labs, the Goliaths, are their competition, and they're a small startup brand. So to give you another example, Shijish,
Yeah.
Toyota Prius, it's a hybrid car. Okay.
Yeah.
So their toolkit goes like, we want eco-friendly believers, that's the name of their network, to stop driving cars, gas cars, and start driving hybrid electric cars, because it's the responsible thing to do. So as a brand, the catalyst is like Tesla. Like, I stand for responsible, sustainable living. That's the catalyst, right? Because the eco-friendly hybrid car. Or Dove, for example, we want the Real Women Network to stop falling for fake standards of beauty and start developing a positive relationship with their look, because the truth is, you are more beautiful than you think. So as a brand, the catalyst is a reminder that, hey, you're actually just beautiful the way you are. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
The catalyst is very closely related to the why of the brand, is it? Like, it's almost sounding close.
It is close to the purpose of the brand, but it is largely related to the how of the brand, honestly. You know, it is largely related to like the difference the brand brings in your life, the meaningful change. That's why the brand is always the catalyst, right? Like where Arva says, live your best life. I will do the hard work. I will give you choice. I will give you the right data about your body so that you can live your best life.
Got it.
Yes? Who do we do this for?
I think somebody said Coke, right? Coke. Can we start there? It's easy to.
Oh yeah, you sorry, I forgot. Coke we can do. Coke is, let's say, what is Coke's net?
No, because no. I asked Coke because then I will want to know how will you do it for Pepsi then? I mean, this
Oh,
particular
that is.
exercise, yeah,
I
no,
don't.
because
I'm not sure. I don't know what is like Pepsi's purpose. I feel like Pepsi has always. It's not really defined. Are
Pepsi's
you guys aware?
okay, we
product.
can do Adidas, Nike if you're like, or maybe Arva's some competitor for Arva, because I want to know how two same brands, offering the same services can have different purpose or whatever this intention or this. I want my audience to stop doing this and start doing that.
Right. We will need to know what are like like Adidas, for example, is all about original. Like Adidas is built on the idea of originals, and Nike is built on the idea of there's an athlete in everyone. So it'll be super easy to like craft. See, but brands who don't have only their purpose defined, then it gets very tough. Like a Pepsi, I'm not sure if like Pepsi has uh you know, like this thing defined, honestly. At least I'm not that aware. Coca-Cola, you know, it's about the network of optimism. So like Coca-Cola will say, I want the network of optimism to start, to stop lingering in the negative energy and start opening happiness, because something on those lines, for example. But I'd rather Apurva do it like for the brands we are discussing today, so that it's more practical.
Yeah,
It's more,
yeah.
yeah.
Arthi, I have just one question. Now, all this that we are doing is tied to a very specific brand with a specific idea. What comes to my mind is how do we write this for a brand like Nike? They are a brand in itself who are promoting multiple brands, right? I mean, products from multiple brands. So they've got
More
all.
than Nykaa, I don't remember now Nykaa's this thing central idea, but the recent example is Tira, right? And
Yeah,
Tira,
yeah, Tira. That's right. Yeah.
has also a marketplace like Nykaa, but they
Mhm.
have such a beautifully differentiated idea, which is for every you.
Okay.
Right? And so it could be really, I mean, it could be very sharply articulated, saying that we want whatever their network would be called, to stop, we want them to stop compromising on, we want them to stop compromising on their.
To stop self-doubting, maybe.
No, see, Tira is a brand. Ultimately, the catalyst is that what it is saying, that Arti, it is meant for the boss lady you, it is meant for the party girl you, it is meant for the casual, cool casual you. That's what Tira is saying. For all your moods, I am there. So therefore, the behavioral shift statement would be, we want them to stop, what is the word? Like to stop conforming to one image and start, we want them to stop conforming to one image and start appreciating the different shades of Arti, because we are meant for every you, for example. I don't know.
Nice.
Got it. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so let's do this since last time we did shapeshifter, because we did the purpose, maybe it'll just be easier for us to kind of do this. Can we all create this together for shapeshifter? And not just me, because for me it just comes easy. I want all of you to like help. Not shapeshifter. What can we call their community? Career. How do we call shapeshifter community?
The enablers.
Enablers nahi na. They are the people who are looking for a shift.
Yeah, I had written career seekers, not settlers, but it's too long. I mean, but that's the messaging that I was trying to go.
Career movers. Maybe.
Career shifters. Does that make sense?
I think career shifters community.
The network of shifters. Let's just call it that now.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Kind of reminded of No Broker.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Porter.in.
I'm sure there's a better word actually, but basically you get the drift now, as somebody who's shifting in their life.
Yeah.
Or somebody who is like indecisive, they don't know where to go in terms of the career.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a lost network. Like,
No,
or somebody
network.
it's the network who's trying to figure it out, like,
Like
know.
path seekers.
Yeah, I think a positive connotation, something like path seekers. The others sound a little bit negative, someone who's lost.
Trajectory lifters.
Network.
Network.
Growth seekers? No.
No,
Growth
growth can happen in
like you're making your own path.
Path seekers,
Yeah.
I think, is
path
something.
seekers. Yeah,
Okay, it's
Yeah.
a win. What do
that
we,
resonates.
what do we want them to stop doing? What do you think their current behavior is?
Settling for your job, settling in your current job.
Yes. I like that. Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys resonate? Settling. We want them to start settling in. How do I write this? Settling in their current
Job.
current unhappy or like
Basically stuck,
Unsatisfactory.
right?
That's
They're
it.
stuck.
yeah, stop being stuck. In their current, is job the right word? Current career,
Profession.
sorry?
Being stuck in the in an incorrect
Yeah,
career path or
correct.
Profession.
profession.
Profession. This is not correct grammar, but we need in an incorrect profession. This is a better way. It's much sharper.
Yeah.
And start
Listening to their heart.
listening to their heart.
Seeking.
Or believing that they can, it's okay to
And start seeking their
start over
calling.
again. Believe in themselves.
Start looking up or start their career shift journey.
Start working towards their, yeah.
I don't know if this actually puts us in like around the walls, because like how we are focusing on shapeshifter is like you have a unique bag, like every individual is unique with some background, skills and experience. And so instead of like basically we want people to leverage everything that they've done so far. And so it is almost like we encourage them and we help them connect the dots backwards.
So start leveraging your skills that you have.
Yeah, like
Maybe
rather than like blaming
begin
the
by
past, leverage that
identifying.
past.
Yeah.
Guys, can I also take a little bit of liberty in the stop statement? I feel like, Sanket, it should also be like we want them to stop feeling stuck and anxious about their current incorrect profession.
Mhm.
Because I feel like they're going through a lot of anxiety, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they feel like they've compromised, right? I mean, compromised and now they're stuck.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that anxiety is real now. Like, do you want to address that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's if anxiety is stronger, or it's like your self-worth is like you question your self-worth because you're caught in the wrong job.
It is confusion, I think. The Arti, the movie Lakshya, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूँ, मैं वैसा क्यों हूँ, that phase of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Anxiety
I feel
caused by
like,
confusion.
yeah. But I feel self-worth will be like super deep, Sanket, because then that's like goes in the therapy and whatnot, right? Like goes very deep. But the anxiety of being stuck in a wrong job wrong profession is real.
Yeah.
Their wrong profession. We want them to stop feeling anxious about their wrong profession. It's a wrong English, but
About being stuck in the wrong profession.
yeah, stuck in the wrong profession. Perfect. And start. What were you saying?
Leveraging their skills.
Leveraging their core skills. You were saying something, Sanket?
Yeah, I mean, skills, experience and background, like those are it's a function of three that we actually help them put it all together.
To connect with the right opportunities or something like that.
Does this make sense, Ankit, to you? And start leveraging their core skills to personalize their career path?
Personalize, or should it be like more like redefine, or something where now you're crafting your own?
The reason I said personalize because your AI tool will give me suggestions now based on my core skills.
Right, but this is still like we don't talk about how as much, right? Like we are still focusing on the what's only, right? Like to stop doing what, to start doing what.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. But like, but since you mentioned about how, it's about your core skills and then you're giving them the solution, that's where it's coming from.
Got it, got it, got it.
So just a small question, Sanket. This is what a psychometric test kind of thing is done by AI of deciphering your core strength and then suggesting the profession.
Yeah, so right now it's a combination of like one, like it goes through your entire resume, LinkedIn profile, all of that to understand your skills and experiences.
Uh,
On the psychometric, we don't have much. Like we just, like the closest is like we take like a MBTI, Myers-Briggs personality test.
uh,
And it's a very, like a mini version of that.
uh,
That's it. Like those are the two main factors that we take from people, and then everything else is like more like interest and all of that.
uh.
But yeah, like we hope that like mostly in these resumes, there's like your work ex, your education, your certifications, causes that you care about, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Sanket, for that matter,
Mm.
if the tool is scanning the AI and the CV is all about, let's say, the skills and the experience the person has, it could be that it may the suggestion to the path, it could be that it may not necessarily be about their passion, but could be about their core skills, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, right, so then it is not about following their, so if Arthi is writing that, leveraging their core skills for a new career path, would it be about following their calling, or will it be finding a job they would be best suited in as per their skills?
Correct.
Nice.
So we actually give them an option also. Like we ask them that is there anything specific that they would like to take, like that as the next step in the career. It could be advancing into something. It could be like, I want to work more on like, creative projects. I want to earn more. It could be any of those like ikigai, like, the four
Nice.
pillars of it.
Nice. Nice. That's beautiful. That is your catalyst. Because, like, everyone deserves to find their ikigai, for example. Everyone deserves to find their, their perfect career path or something on those lines,
Yeah.
essentially.
Or find love for their work.
Correct. That's where actually, Banik, I was coming from that point of view. Only you narrated well. That actually what is the thing happening, whether it is finding the ikigai or also the, but I think Sanket is saying it's both ikigai, or if somebody wants advance in their salary for their current thing, so maybe that also is.
I mean, it all eventually like leads up to ikigai in a way. Like, even when we were building it, like it was like if you're unhappy at work for whatever reason, like, whether you're getting paid less, your manager is not good, your company is like, going haywire, like whatever it is, eventually at the end of the day, you want to have a happier life. Um,
So because everyone deserves a happy, like the way we did it, and everyone deserves its freedom. Everyone deserves.
How do we say this, guys? Help now.
I mean, I
Everyone
was gonna
to
say
find
happy
love
career is
and
happy life.
Everyone deserves to have a job that they
No,
love.
yeah.
Huh?
fulfilling career or fulfilling profession.
Everyone deserves a fulfilling career.
मजा नहीं आया.
मजा नहीं आया तो.
As in fulfilling career is correct, but like,
There needs to be more emotion here.
Can it be choice?
everyone, sorry?
Can it be choice instead of putting it as like a career?
No, it's like serious. It's about like finding your. It's like truly about ikigai, right? Everyone deserves to find that career path where they are vibing, right? Like they love it, they're good at, they're passionate about. Can we just say everyone deserves to find their ikigai? Like, I think that works. That works better
Then
to.
ikigai, no, not it won't be for appealing, as in one has to for the
Because
masses.
Mondays need to be exciting, or
Everyone deserves to.
it takes it too off topic, I guess.
Basically, we want to say everyone deserves to find a career path that they love, like something on those lines. Say something.
Because
Everyone deserves to be happy at work as well, because now is the time to design your career, or now is the time to rethink your career path. No.
Does everyone deserves to follow their passion?
Yeah, everyone deserves to follow their passion.
Makes sense.
What do you think?
So passion is just one part of it, right?
One part of it, no, because it will again zero in the. Everyone deserves to shine in their profession.
Or everyone deserves a second chance? No.
your work needs to follow your heart type. Like,
Yeah.
can
Yeah. Your work needs to, like, because your work needs, let's read this out. We want the network of path seekers to stop feeling anxious about being stuck in the wrong profession and start leveraging their core skills for a new career path, because
your work needs to follow your path. Sorry, follow your heart.
Follow your heart.
It talks a lot about path and seeking, and I feel like it needs to connect to the heart somewhere, is what I felt.
Reena says because everyone deserves to put their best foot forward.
So cool.
can we say because everyone deserves to love
What they do.
What they do.
Yeah.
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 Everyone deserves to love what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, right? At a very
Yeah.
core fundamental level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that is actually ikigai. One
Yeah.
That
has
is that is actually ikigai. Everyone deserves to love what they do.
what they
And
do.
this is hitting the chord. Yes.
Yeah. And so, Sanket, now your communication is like so higher level, I feel. It's there is AI and all of it, but it's also so human, and there's a larger cause. You're giving them hope and you're telling them you deserve to love your
Yeah.
work, you know. And therefore, when you say you don't have to feel anxious, I can figure it out for you. I am the catalyst. And you got this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you
Yeah.
see
All
how
this without
powerful.
looking at do what you love, but this is like the right rephrasing of it, and it makes like so much more sense.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like therefore these tools are damn powerful, guys, to like to genuinely form like that central articulated focus. And then this is like your always on reason to exist as a brand. You are literally, as a brand, you're not just in the business of giving people a new career path, you're in the business of making them fall in love with their new profession, helping them find that love for their profession.
But I also feel like this framework worked so well because there's also like collective intelligence of the entire group. So
Yes.
everyone's like,
And that's
holding
why,
on each other and like getting the right.
yeah, 100%. And that's why every time this should be done as a workshop, this should be done with your core team. There should be a lot of deliberation.
Mhm.
And you should always address your community. You should always keep on checking it with actual audience as well. That's really critical.
Makes sense.
मजा
Awesome.
आया कि नहीं मजा आया?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on.
It's fun. He's got his Instagram bio
I
now.
know. इनका तो होमवर्क हो गया मैडम, हमारा भी करवा दीजिए. I have a question here with the same example. If you could also share on the inside jokes and the daily rituals. I think we've covered the first two. For his brand, what would be an example for an inside joke for Shapeshifter, and an example for the daily rituals that the network?
There could be so many inside jokes that 98% of people who are stuck in the wrong jobs, if you ask them, they hate their bosses, they hate their job, they hate, they just
Okay.
all of those are inside jokes. All the funny things are
Yeah.
inside jokes. And what was
Okay.
the other question?
The daily rituals.
Daily rituals are like probably their daily rituals would be about looking up on Google search, trying to do career counseling, trying to ask a friend, trying to ask a consultant, constantly seeking यार
Okay.
पैसे कितने हैं ये career में, like looking up is their daily ritual
Right.
because they're lost.
Research.
Yeah.
Attending workshops.
Yeah.
Right.
I had said going to your desk and opening social media.
Tanvi saying, how do you define this homework and also the first exercise for a brand which has opposites like sweets and savories? Which vertical? I didn't understand your question. You shift while, which vertical you choose and when do you shift while marketing? समझा नहीं मुझे तन्वी.
I think she is saying something for a brand like, let's say Haldiram, who is giving something sweet also and something namkeen also, and how to fix the stop and how to fit it or that brand in the activity or the toolkit.
Like a Haldiram?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I could understand. I am not sure if that is what she's saying exactly.
See, Haldiram is more about it's like a snack brand, right? So, what would a Haldiram want you to stop doing? Haldiram क्या क्या बनाता है?
Stop
Chips
buying like
Haldiram
international
stop
snacks.
buying from a regular mithai wala shop and buy from their brand, like a street food nahi kha ke have my junk food.
Yeah, I mean, street food in a hygienic way, maybe if that is what
Yeah.
they promote or add.
They would say, like Haldiram would say something like stop snacking on boring and start snacking on the original namkeen, because your choti bhook you deserve. Or because it's okay to binge a little in life.
Yeah, to stop worrying so much about the calories and
So
binging.
yeah, don't worry. Sometimes it's okay to like binge a little in life. Like that's what because Haldiram is not big on health, right? Haldiram is about that chatka,
Yeah.
about namkeen.
Called the
So
net.
Haldiram would promote unhealthy in a way that sometimes it's okay, you deserve it types. That's how I would do it for Haldiram.
We
चाय के साथ
has street snackers also.
हाँ चाय के साथ best partner or something like that.
See, guys, this stop and start can never be about your competition. That is obvious. Okay, I want you to stop snacking on other brand and my brand. मतलब वो obvious ही है. उससे आप communication नहीं कर पाओगे. This is about their current behavior versus their new behavior. So currently the customer is like, Bapre, this after pandemic, all of us have gotten super healthy, right? So as a Haldiram brand to be relevant, but how can sometimes we use it in everyday marketing? Not sometimes, you can say Haldiram would say that it's okay, like utna you deserve, that cheat meal you deserve, that much you deserve. Maybe that way, right? I don't know. I need to study the brand and I need to study what they stand for because like this I don't know. But my first impression is that's how I would justify Haldiram's position. And it also completely depends, right, Tanvi, which community are they talking to? It depends on that as well. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So are we good or what? Are we sorted? I was going to give you all bigger homework. Like this was all part of the homework. But I feel के पहले तुम लोग ये दो चीजें sort करो, which is your network, name of the network, their triggers, and then the behavior you want them to shift. You want them to stop doing something, start doing something because of the catalyst. फिर हम आएंगे इसके ऊपर. ठीक है?
Yes.
Okay.
How was the session, guys? Are we sorted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let it marinate tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very heavy or what?
It
Was
will
it
The
be.
very
last
No, no,
part.
that's absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay, super.
Really.
Chalo.
I have one question.
हाँ.
In the last session, you mentioned something that जो commodities होते हैं like salt and these spices, उनका कोई we can't define their why and what they are actually selling और उनका meaning क्या है basically. So how come the brands like Tata Salt is establishing themselves as Desh ka namak? I mean, they may not be selling
Yeah.
something.
Tata Salt has done a fantastic job. I'm just talking about like a category, even though Tata Salt has done that, but think about it. आज Tata's नमक नहीं मिला तो तुम कोई और नमक खरीदोगे, right?
Right, but like there are similar brands like MDH or Everest. So is it like these brands are trying to, instead of just, they are not saying कि हमारा spices best spice है, they are either selling it via their legacy कि हम बहुत पुराना बना रहे हैं, घर पे बना रहे हैं. Is that a reason? I mean, via which they are selling the product? Or is it something else, or I couldn't understand?
Problem is with the
Yeah.
category. It's a low involvement category.
Okay.
Therefore, it's a
Arthi,
commodity. Yeah.
if I can just share, in fact, this is a point that I was also thinking yesterday. I'm not sure how many of you know, but way back, sometime around 90s, you know, in the 90s, when there were not so many brands out there and Tatas were a very prominent brand in the market, they actually launched a Tata Salt campaign, जिसमें वो free flow का कुछ ad देते थे कि बाकी जो नमक है, it is not as free flowing. And then the other one is
Captain Cook.
iodine rich.
Captain Cook ने
Captain,
बनाया था.
Captain Cook and this, and then the other one was iodine rich.
Correct.
And I think over the years they've made their position so strong that the name has just stuck with people. Ki namak ho to Tata types.
Correct. So that's what, na, it's a mass, it's a mass brand, and therefore they play. See, guys, offline marketing is very different from a mass brand perspective than the digital community driven marketing. अभी for somebody like देश का नमक, वो साल में 2 बार ऐसे एडवर्टाइजिंग करेंगे और वही मैसेज डालेंगे, बाकी के टाइम वो चुप रहेंगे because for them to sell on a big basket or on their own D2C site, the CAC is so much that they only rely on offline distribution. And so therefore, as long as the consumer recalls me at least twice or thrice in a year, that is good enough. But at the same time, because of just how the category is so low involvement, loyalty, it gets very tough for them to create a loyalty. So even though Tata Salt is a brand, but they are not able to, one is not able to, and it's Tata Salt is one brand which is purpose driven and all of that. But still, those loyalties today on Swiggy, Instamart, I don't get Tata, I don't care. Salt is salt. It's because it's a commodity. That is the category in which they are in. So marketing wise, that game of marketing strategy is very different. Okay?
Yep.
Have I answered all your questions? Can you suggest some must-read books for brand communication, strategy, and marketing? I will suggest. I'm not big on books, guys. Like, sorry, I keep getting this question and then I have the pressure. Maybe I should read some books. But I'm not big on books, honestly. But I will try to find out some write books. I need to figure on this. I'm not big on books, but I'll find out. Don't worry about it, Sonakshi.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay,
Thank
we have
you.
to take a quick picture. We'll take a quick picture. 4 लोग चले गए हाँ, मतलब हाँ थोड़ा लेट भी हो गया. Dhruv, can I have you on camera? Dhruv is not switching on his camera. Okay, fine. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. Please do your homework. There is lots to cover. Next session is going to be on content strategy based on everything we have defined. तो फिर अभी मजा आएगा. We are getting into super action. Sessions are gonna get a little hectic. So थोड़ा मतलब keep at it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arthi,
Thank
guys,
you.
just remember,
Bye.
3 o'clock, we're meeting, 3 to 5.
This Saturday we are meeting, huh? 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. See you
and
guys.
please attend
Yeah.
session. Do not miss your sessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice.
Bye.